guys, what's up? It's Charlie, having a quick look at Good Times by Chic. Thought it'd be a great funk guitar part to learn. It's got lots of 16th notes that we're dealing with, some mute, dealing with some nice kind of extended chords as well as being a great tune, obviously. Tune was written and played by Nile Rodgers and Chic. Nile Rodgers, infamous for playing his white Strat, I believe. Very stratty type sound on this one, and out of phase pickup generally does the job. You don't want too much bass. You probably want a little bit of treble, more than normal, just to bring out the kind of the frequencies of those notes. Obviously, I've got a Telecaster, just front pickup. Anything kind of single coily tends to do the job. Yeah, just a nice, clean, transparent sound, really. So we're dealing with 16th notes, all right? So those are basically, if you just get you to start with, you just get your left hand muting across the strings like that, so they're nice and dead, okay? And just get your right hand and just be playing 1 E and a 2 E and a, okay? We're basically trying to get that going, which is me just playing down and up, pretty much, okay? So we're dividing each beat in 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And that's kind of where this comes from, because then from there we do it a bit faster. That's what we're sort of aiming for later on, okay? So it should be something that you're vaguely aware of. I definitely recommend practicing it beforehand if you're not, okay? Because it's the crux of the whole tune, basically. It's 16th notes with the right hand. Now, chord-wise, we're dealing with an E minor 7 to start with at 7th fret, but all 5 strings. Put your middle finger on the 8th fret 2nd string and your 3rd finger on the 9th fret 4th string. Okay, that's your first, it's an E minor. The changes into an E minor 11, so you put your little finger on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Okay? Okay, so we're going from that there to the E minor. So those are the 2 chords. We're going to talk about this muting thing as well, okay? Now the muting is how we get that, okay? Because otherwise it'd be, which we don't want, obviously, okay? So to get that, you're going to play your first hit. Now to mute, you're bringing your left hand off, so you fret the chord. To mute, you have to bring your left hand off and just, so it's just resting on the strings, okay? You're not, okay? So it's not even coming off like this, because obviously you're just going to get open strings. It's just coming off enough so that when you hit the strings, they don't sound, basically. That's how we get that nice kind of difference between the fretted note and the muted note. Okay, so those are the kind of, that's the basic thing to start with. So if we start with doing that, we're going to go, we basically play on 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Now that 4 E is an upstroke, so all the rest are down. So we go down, 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 up, and we hit on the up. Okay, so it's, okay. Now the good news is the next bit's relatively straightforward. We changed to the E minor 11 chord, so that's putting the little finger on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, and we're going to go, okay, and all that is you're just hitting the chord 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, okay, and each time, now this is the hard bit, each time I'm hitting the chord and I'm just bringing off enough so we don't get, we want, so it's quite a lot of work for the left hand just to be on and off. You know, you're pressing down when you want a note and you're easing off when you don't. So we should have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Okay, that's your first part. The good news is the second bit rhythmically is exactly the same. All right, it's just different chords. Okay, so then we move to the second set chords, which is an A7 sus4. You bar all of 5th fret with your first finger, and you put your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. If you're being pedantic, which you can be, it's an A7 over G, because your G is the lowest note. I'm not playing a bass note on that because it's too muddy, okay? So we're going from there to an A13, which is played by moving your middle finger down to the 6th fret 3rd string and your 3rd finger onto the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Gives you that chord. So we're moving from an A7 sus4 to an A13, all right? So in that instance, we do exactly the same, okay? We go, okay, so that's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Then we're going to change to the A13 and we're going to play 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. just like that, okay? And that's your second part, then you'd be back up. Okay, so each time you can hear how we're getting that, which kind of propels it along, and which is really the crux of kind of funk rhythm guitar, if you like, a lot of the time. Most things like that, it's got that in there, or Sex Machine. It helps propel it along, give it some energy and everything. If you were to play this without mutes, not quite as cool, is it? Yeah, so that's kind of funk guitar in a nutshell for you, really, the muting and the left hand. So try and see this as a bit more of a broader thing rather than just kind of what it is, if you like. Try and see it as a challenge to get your left hand talking to your right, so that you're getting hold of these mutes. Okay, and your right hand is keeping that momentum going, whatever that keeps going. It's great for your timing as well, and it will mean, yeah, it will mean essentially that hopefully you're able to keep better time, and that you're able to lock in with the drums or the bass or whoever, or just sitting at home playing away, all right? So try and take those bits, and just remember, do it slowly. Because people always rush into it. It's not like that. It needs to be kind of relaxed first before you speed it up, okay? So try and just remember that, really, and try and make sure that you're doing it slowly and taking all those bits of advice. That was great. I look forward to the next one. I'll see you next time. Cheers.